Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Well, I thought I'd give you a second offering for the day after earlier's, like drama. Chris likes to create the drama, doesn't he? So, yeah, I thought we'd go over last night's vlog because, Chris, it's money in the bank, isn't it? You provide me with the content and everything, I don't have to do anything, just re-upload and everything. It's all good to go. So, what did they get up to? Well, they went home. Would you believe they actually went home? And the drama surrounding this going home was, it was quite dramasome. So, let's get right into it.
Good morning, and welcome to today's vlog. It's a beautiful, the weather's making me not want to go. I've questioned it all morning. We're basically heading home today. We are heading home a few days earlier than we planned because I just feel like I need to be at home.
I don't know what to say. I mean, it sounds very much like you're going back on what you had previously told everybody. No baby of yours is going to stand in your way and you're going to do what you want to do. It doesn't matter whereabouts in the country you are because you've always got the NHS somewhere. Yeah, pretty much what you said before, wasn't it?
And I don't know why, because I didn't feel like this at all with Mila. When I was pregnant with Mila and I was at this stage, we were currently in the middle of nowhere in Scotland.
Well, don't be saying that you were in the middle of nowhere and you were perfectly fine. You weren't fine, Sarah. You were not fine. I mean, this goes to show that you weren't.
And it was absolutely terrifying. Oh, I didn't want to say anything in front of the girls, because I didn't want them worrying. And I told Chris quietly on the bed, and Chris was like, do you think we should all get in the car now and drive home? If we drive through the night, I can get us home for morning. And I was like, no, I can't think of anything worse than doing that. But it was so bad that I didn't even dare sit up and drink my cup of tea. I felt like if I moved, like my waters might break or something, and I knew if my waters broke, that would be it. And I'm sure I didn't get back home from that trip until I was between 37 and 38 weeks. I'm 36 weeks tomorrow, so a little bit earlier than that. But I don't know what, I just feel like I need to be at home.
Now, I find it quite odd, obviously, that you would need to be at home, because who knows where home is for you, because your home is generally not where your heart is, etc, etc. So...
And it's nothing physical, so I'm not like in pain or I'm not like hurting. I'm not having contractions or I'm not like thinking labour's going to happen or anything like that. It's just, I don't know, it's just mentally and emotionally I feel like I need to be in my own surroundings with my own comforts, my own bed.
Well, Sarah, which bed would you like today? Would it be this one?
You're an idiot. You're an idiot for making me do that. It's freezing.
Or would Madam prefer this bed?
Over this time I've got a little device that helps put it actually onto the caravan, which might be quite interesting to use. Are you going to clean?
It looks like you've literally just dumped everything in here.
I have.
Or would one prefer the more modern luxuries?
We'll see a little. Oh, my seatbelt's clipped. That was going to be a really smooth transition, but my seatbelt's still clipped in. That holds the door shut. Just my extra safety. Look,
I'm going to have to explain why we do this now.
This is my extra safety method for night times, just in case.
Or one might prefer to go back to one's roots and have the classics.
But this is our new home for the next few weeks. Oh my God.
So many choices, Sarah, so many choices. Which bed would you prefer me to wheel in for you? The classics are always the best, I feel. So you do you, though. Luxury all the way for Princess DeLong.
My own bath. And just be back at home. As you know, I've been feeling like this for a couple of days, or if you watched the vlogs then you'll see. It's not like me at all to want to leave a holiday and go home. If you watched Jace's pregnancy, Mila's pregnancy, even this pregnancy, nothing. Pregnancy doesn't stop me doing anything, ever.
No, Sarah, no it doesn't. Pregnancy doesn't stop you doing anything that Sarah Ingham wants to do. Pregnancy, babies, children don't stop Sarah Ingham from doing whatever the hell she wants to do.
Travelling and doing experiences or days out or holidays has never ever been something we've let children stop us doing. So having a child that, you know, a lot of people say like, oh my gosh, you're going away, but your baby's only 8 weeks old. My baby ain't stopping me doing nothing, because I don't think that, in my opinion, they need to. Sometimes it takes a little bit more prepping, sometimes it takes a little bit more time, but it's not something that I'm willing to avoid doing just because I've got a child.
Classic Sarah, classic Sarah. Always the best ones are always the best.
But I just have this urge to be at home. Can you imagine if it's because my body like senses
Oh no, that's weird.
that I'm going, but I don't think I'm going to be early with this. Well, I think I'll be like a couple of days early, but I don't think I'm going to go really early, which it would be like pre-term early if I went into labour now. But all morning I've been umming and ahhing. We're actually only going home a day. Is it a day early? I think it's only 2 days early. We've been umming and ahhing though all morning, haven't we?
Yeah, I'd be happy. I feel like we've exhausted our filming options here as well, but
I feel like we have, because we've taken a few days off and done things that we've not been able to film, like the swimming pools are amazing. There's like a spa thing here, but you're not allowed to film in those places, and we don't want to travel out and be going and finding things to film.
Oh, God forbid that you went actually out and had a look and found something of interest for the viewers to, you know, the paying public, the people who pay your wages, actually wants to watch. And also at the same time, possibly find something interesting for the kids to do, you know, rather than just lounging about in the pool all day or at the beach all day or whatever it is else you do all day. But the same things day after 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 day.
But aside from like the little parks that they've got here, which are great, which we've already filmed, the beaches, which we've already filmed, there's not much more to film. I mean, there's so much more to do and see, but yeah, you are right. It's getting hard to film. Not that we would ever break a holiday short just because there's nothing to film, because we're here to have a holiday as well.
A holiday from what, though? I love it that quite a lot recently, actually. She's been saying things like that. We are on holiday. We're going to spend this holiday just lounging around. This holiday is just going to be for lounging around the pool. And this holiday, we intend just to enjoy ourselves for a change. And it's like, what the hell else do you do? Honestly, all you do is just go on holiday. So in actual fact, an actual holiday would be, I don't know, at home. That's the best holiday for you, because when you're on these trips here, these are actually work trips. I don't know if you're aware, but Chris claims them back as work expenses, so it kind of throws a bit of cold water on the whole we're on holiday thing that you've got going on here.
But just with all the different things, like, it's just loads of little things, isn't it? Like, our clothes are not suitable. We packed for like winter, autumn time, and everyone's getting low on clothes.
Yeah, and obviously you can't afford to go out and buy one or two bits and pieces here and there just to tide them over so they've got something clean to wear, maybe even wash the clothes. But, you know, stuff like that, that's what rich people do. But, you know, that's not you, is it?
And we're spending a fortune at laundrettes to try and wash the same clothes over and over again, which is not something on its own that would ever send us home, but just along with what we're going to film and also how I'm feeling.
I think that it's I think, to be honest, it's your body telling you that.
I think it's my body.
Close.
It is me. It's me. It's definitely me. I am the one that said I really feel like we should head home. The girls were like, no.
Really? I thought the girls were quite, I don't know, what was the word you've been calling them? Nice and they're understanding, and they love the sisters and the siblings and the pregnancy and everything else. But what you just said there kind of contradicts everything that you say about them, and that they are in fact a little bit selfish. Is that not what we're getting from this? I'm not calling them selfish. No, I'm just saying that that's what you are portraying them as.
And Chris was like, I'm happy to do whatever you want to do, whatever you're comfortable doing. But are you sure? You definitely, it's only 2 more days. I'm like, no, I definitely feel like my
So even Chris actually didn't want to go. Yeah, love, I support you. Whatever you decide, whatever you feel you want to do, you listen to your body. But if there's any chance that your body could be wrong, maybe we could just hang about here for a little bit and do fuck all here instead of doing fuck all at home. Stuff like that, possibly. He is a little bit of a selfish twat. What the hell? What's wrong with me? I'm getting soft.
Got a cold sore in the corner of my mouth here that's irritating me, and I know these things won't change when I'm at home, but it just feels different when you're in your own surroundings, and I'm desperate for a bath. I want a bath so bad. And my hips on my right hip especially, hasn't been too bad actually the last couple of nights, but I've had a few restless nights with my hips and things. Like, there's just nothing like your own bed, is there?
Nope, Sarah, there's nothing like your bed. Hey? Sorry, Chris.
That's the thing, there's just nothing like your own bed. Set to go, we've got a long drive home. You driving, babe?
I thought we were doing that. You were driving.
I drove the whole way here.
Okay, so Sarah's unwell. She's pregnant and unwell. They're leaving to go home because Sarah's pregnant and unwell. And yet Chris says, nah, you're driving. I've packed up. You're going to drive.
I drove the whole way here. But to be fair, Chris did actually, I was like, Chris actually packed up pretty much the whole of the cabin while I sat. I knew she was going to do that. She's like, don't pack my mug, I want to wash it up. And I was like, you'll end up forgetting it. She's like, no, I won't. I was like, Isabel, you'll definitely end up leaving that. No, I won't. It's on the side. She's in the car. She's left it. I knew she was going to do that. We were meant to leave literally about 2 hours ago. But Chris does this thing every single time we're packing up to leave.
Start talking to somebody.
It starts chatting to sort of like with the neighbours just over the way, just opposite. Were they actually opposite us? Yeah, I was in the bedroom, I could hear you talking. Directly behind us. He starts chatting to them, doesn't he? And he literally doesn't stop. And obviously they're intrigued about our life and things, so they ask like loads of questions and things, but Chris doesn't just give a quick answer, no. He acts like they're long lost friends who he's not seen in about 12 years.
These people, they're intrigued about the Ingham exploitation train. Yeah, I'm sure we're all intrigued about that. Have you sent them over to me? I would explain to them a little bit more about you in more depth than Chris could ever do. Chris is probably talking to them because he doesn't get to talk to many people on a regular basis. And he's like, yeah, I'm going to tell them just how famous I am. And I'm a super duper investment guru. Yeah, no. That's all it is. He hasn't got anyone to talk to. It's very sad, but, you know, very fitting.
And stands there for a good hour and 15. And I'm sat, I'm in the bedroom because it's the coolest room in the house. Windows open. And all I can hear is, oh, and I'm like, oh my God.
It was actually that loud as well.
It was. Oh. You were ages.
Right, goodbye.
Seem to bloom, and there's light in every room.
Okay, I'm just gonna leave Chris to deal with that. We're stopping for a toilet break. Oh my gosh, got an actual hiccup. Also, I just need to say, I was actually really nervous this drive home with Mila in the car, obviously. She slept for a while, didn't she?
Yeah, she slept for a good hour.
I was like convinced she would have had an accident in the car, and she hasn't. I'm honestly so impressed with her. And we've only got like 2 more hours to go. Where are you? Oh, flashes there. We've only got like 2 more hours to go. I was dreading this journey home. It's just been absolutely perfect. What were you going to say?
It's the same service station. When was it? Was in the van.
I was about to say, I think it was the van trip.
Yeah. Weird.
Gutted. It's closed. Devastated. Oh well. Let's get back on the road. Well, that's lucky. Or embarrassing. We're not sure which one. So basically, Starbucks is open. It's just downstairs. Isla, how is it? Isla got a pumpkin spice.
I like that. That's really nice.
Do you like it?
Yeah, it tastes like. It's like Christmas and Halloween together.
I can't quite tell if we're having a glitch in the Matrix day today or whether this is just normal. But we left Devon, which felt like, it only feels like an hour or so ago.
Because you've been sat with your MacBook in your face.
We've lost 4 hours of time almost. And we're not even that far from home now. The journey down here took us about 8 hours in total. 7 hours. It was 9. We arrived at like 8:30, didn't we? We set up for about 1ish.
So Chris has indeed allowed his poor pregnant wife, who is unwell at the moment, to drive all the way home, and he's just sat there thinking, yeah, this isn't taking too long, is it? That's because you're not driving, Chris. That's because you're just sat there talking and probably sleeping, whilst Sarah is probably swaying from side to side on the road, trying to keep the kids safe. Something that you are unable to do. So as much as I don't really like Sarah, I do really feel a little bit sorry for her, because Chris has been a bit of a twat and not really taking care of her in the way that she, I'm not going to say deserves, but she, she's pregnant. Come on.
Maybe it was 7 hours or so.
We had bad traffic.
But we had extremely bad traffic and we stopped for dinner for quite a period of time. But this journey's been like rapids. Sarah's been driving the whole time, I've been working.
We were driving for like hours last time, like hours and hours.
Yeah.
Hours and hours and hours.
So it felt like ages, but look, we're like how far are we from home? We're like an hour and a half or so from home now.
Easy.
And it's felt like an easy breezy, but I have had my AirPods in working the entire time, so maybe it's just because I've been zoned out. Have you been?
I mean, I've been trying to myself, to be honest. So it's alright.
The first sign of madness. I'm only joking. Talking to yourself is all good, I'm not going to lie, right? I definitely have conversations with myself when I'm trying to think something through. Like when I'm working.
I bet that might be offensive now.
No, I'm only joking. It's not.
Loads of people used to say that all the time, but I
oh, you're talking to yourself. It's the first sign of madness. Same as having hair up back of your hand. Like everyone's got hair on the back of their hand. As well,
hair on the back of your hand? What are you talking about?
You remember hair on your palm? Is it hair on your palm or the back of your hand?
Your palm?
Everyone used to say when you were in school, first sign of madness is talking to yourself or hair on your palms or something like that.
What?
I don't know. Shut up. Leave me alone. Look, listen.
Are you alright?
I'm just gonna drink my chai latte and I'm gonna be chill and quiet over here, alright? I'm not gonna talk no more.
Are we out this variable speed limit yet? Can you do me a favour?
No. These motorways, like motorway route home, sucks because it's all 50 variable limits.
Wow! Is it an airplane?
With smart motorways that we're getting all over the UK right now, that's basically a waste of money, ridiculous, in my opinion. Anyway, what we're saying is this is what I'm saying about Twilight Zone, right? We set off from Devon and it was blue sky and gorgeous.
Chelsea was like
What?
green dress.
I'm not going to continue on. I don't want to be thinking. Oh God. Do you know what there was as well? There was 2 Spitfires, like Spitfire aircraft from the World War II, flying over the caravan all morning this morning, like doing aerobatics and stuff. And there was a third, like not a Spitfire, but a third light aircraft plane flying with them. It was really cool. So, and we met this really lovely couple. I'm sure I said the same. Did you say? I think you already said this, but anyway, we're a bit sad leaving today. Not going to lie. But I'm really looking forward to being home now. I'm not looking forward to how much the grass is going to have grown and probably weeds all over the drive because the weather's been so hot and nice. They've been growing like beanstalks all over the place. I don't even think we'll be able to see the house for weeds, to be fair.
I already feel better now that we're on our way home.
Yeah, that's the one thing I feel good about going home and stuff. I know you're feeling a bit insecure being away from home and stuff, and I know you're going to feel better now. Anyway, we just stopped at Starbucks, as you probably know. I had to go and change my little chai because it was just basically hot water with froth on top. No chai flavour whatsoever. And Sarah's had it tasted like it had been made with oat milk.
It must be a pregnancy thing.
I don't know, the guy was fine about changing it. It was like instant, like, oh, no worries, man, it's all good, it's all good.
Yeah,
that one tastes better.
My new one tastes the same.
Yeah.
It must just be my mouth or something, I don't know.
Yeah, I think it probably is because that tastes good to me.
That just doesn't taste like coffee at all to me. It tastes like oat milk.
Yeah, but I haven't ever been an iced coffee fan until recently. I'm still not a massive iced coffee fan, I'm just warming to it, you feel me? But that tastes good to me anyway, I quite like it. But what I was saying is, right,
We're back in another 50.
no, and traffic. What? Sorry? Anyway, what I was saying is that it's getting, what's this about? What time is it now? 7 PM, what's this about? It's getting dark. And it's September, I know, right? I know we're coming towards autumn and whatnot, but why is it getting dark at 7 PM? I'm not ready.
I think you may have just kind of mentioned it a little bit, you know, something about being autumn and getting towards the end of the year. That may be the reason why it's getting dark right about now.
Ready for them 4 PM dark nights yet?
You're not,
No, I'm not ready for them yet. And I don't want them. Anyway, you know what I'm going to do right now? I'm gonna stop talking. I'm going to drink my chai. So, cheers to y'all, and I'll see you in a minute, innit?
Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. I'm aiming for the sky. Everyone.
Obviously, the second we get home, little miss has to bump her head. You're running too much with Jace. She just slipped on the floor, bumped her head. You okay? She okay? She always gets so excited, and they like to play tig, but when they play tig, because Jace is faster than Mila, obviously, he's 4, she's 2, she tries to run faster than her legs will carry her. They're like little... It's too high. Her little legs are like wheels running faster than she can possibly imagine. And she slipped and tonked her little head on the floor. Are you okay?
It's always a head as well.
It's always a head. Well, it is with all babies, isn't it? Toddlers. Knees or head or elbows. Anyway, we just got home. The girls are sorting out their piggies. And we're making a quick... Aww. Want a drink? Okay. We're having a quick snack. We're having some cheese on toast, some carrot sticks, and what's the other thing that randomly lettuce. The girls and Jace asked if they can have some lettuce, so I've been buying like different types of lettuce. Usually we just go for like what's the really popular lettuce that we always eat? Iceberg. But because the guinea pigs can't eat iceberg lettuce, and they're better with like other ones, we've been buying other ones, and everyone seems to really like it. So I might as well end the vlog here, hadn't I? This vlog's like 10 minutes long.
Is it even a vlog?
No, this is not even a vlog.
Like an Instagram reel.
Yeah, it's like an Instagram reel. But I'm gonna go run myself a bath. It feels so good to be home. Doesn't it feel so good to be home? I'm always like, I know it's going to feel amazing to be home, so I never feel sad leaving, and Chris is the opposite. He always feels sad leaving, but then when we get home, he's always like, no, actually, you were right. It feels good to be home.
There's always tons of work to do at home.
There is always more stuff to do when you're at home,
There's
obviously.
more work to do here than there is when we're away. That's why I don't like coming home.
I don't mind the work that we do when we're at home, I just hate unpacking stuff. So I hate like all the mess that, well, I mean, we're leaving it for tonight, most of it. Bringing what we need, but I always hate emptying the car, and it's just so full from the last couple of weeks. We've actually been away 2 weeks. We've still been away 2 weeks. The car's so full from the last couple of weeks, and that's just going to be a massive job to do tomorrow. But it feels good to be home. I feel really, really relaxed now. And even though I knew, like, I was saying this morning when I started the vlog, which is like 2 minutes ago for you guys because we've not really vlogged anything today, but I was saying like nothing ever puts me off travelling. Like being pregnant's not something that makes me feel like I need to stay in the house all the time, as you guys know from previous pregnancies. But for some reason this one I just felt like I wanted to be at home. But I didn't realise quite how much, because as we started to get close to home and I'm recognising streets and roads, I just felt this big sense of relief, like, it's all... I maybe wouldn't have felt as bad if I hadn't have forgot to take my hospital bag. I had all my notes and everything with me, and it's not like even a major deal if I was to go into labour without my hospital bag, because I don't need anything other than some nappies and a few outfits for the baby and things. And we could have got those easily from Tesco. Chris could have nipped out and got those. So it wouldn't have been a big deal, but it's just not the same as having your own, what you've packed. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I don't get it, Sarah. I mean, most people, most normal people, most compassionate people would have said, Sarah, don't travel all that way down to Devon when you're heavily, heavily pregnant. But you said, no, it's okay. My kid's not going to stop me doing what I want to do and all that crap, right? And you went anyway. And now you're trying to explain why you had to leave. And people are thinking, yeah, we know why you had to leave, because you were not looking well throughout the entire trip. So I wish you well, and good luck with the baby, I guess.
I mean, if I'd have taken that with me, then we wouldn't have fit in the car anyway, but I probably would have maybe felt different. But now that I'm home, I feel really relaxed. I feel good to get up tomorrow and crack on. I should probably be not doing too much, to be honest. I probably shouldn't be. I'm like, I want to get home and crack on. I should probably not be doing too much, but I'm 36 weeks tomorrow. Yeah, which is crazy. So.
Oh, we're only home a day longer, 2 weeks then.
Yeah, but we were due to come home Saturday. But it's all good. Who cares? What, darling? I am kind of the type of person as well that's like, no, we've got the holiday booked, we should do it. I don't want to go home, because if I go home I might regret it and then I'll wish I were back there. But I feel like this time this was the right choice for us. And I don't regret it one bit. It feels great to be home. Anyway, we're going to end the vlog here. Hope you've all enjoyed watching, and we'll see you back here tomorrow at 5 PM.
Well, I for one have enjoyed myself here, Sarah. And Chris, always a pleasure. Now, everybody, thank you all for joining me. Please don't forget to give this video a massive thumbs up, comment all your thoughts down below, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Until next time, take care of yourselves, and bye-bye.